Good afternoon, children. The previous class we have learned about the great civilizations of the world. Especially, we have learned about Egyptian civilization and the contribution of Egyptians. We have learned about the Nile Valley. Egyptians were expert in agriculture and irrigation projects. They learned the art of writing. At the same time, Egyptian civilization flourished on the bank of River Nile. The river basin supported luxuriant growth of crops, and Egyptian peasants and citizens engaged themselves in the creation of artistic work. Egyptians believed in life after death, and they have preserved and protected the dead bodies with the various chemicals and wrapped it with a thin cloth which is called as mummies. And the kings and wealthy people viewed with each other to build taller and taller towers, and the Greeks called these structures pyramids. The kings of Egypt were called pharaohs. Pharaohs means a person who lives in a palatial house. And today we are going to learn about the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia, the Ziggurat, the Locks of Hammurabi, the Chinese civilization, and the Great Wall of China. And also we may learn about porcelain. Regarding the Hanging Gardens of Babylonia, it was created on the banks of the river Euphrates around 7th century before Common Era. And it was one of the 7 wonders of the old world. Most of the scholars are of the view that King Nebuchadnezzar II was the one who created the gardens. Nebuchadnezzar's wife Amithis was from Medes. It is said that Nebuchadnezzar got the gardens built in order to console his wife, who was missing the beautiful environment of hills, trees, and flowers of her motherland. Some scholars opine that the gardens were created by Assyrian Queen Sammu-rammat. In reality, the gardens did not hang in the air. The trees and bushes were grown at different levels of the ziggurat. When the branches hung at different levels and swayed, they gave the onlooker an impression of being a hanging garden. The Euphrates River provided the water for these gardens. The history of Mesopotamia is a story of endless hatred and conflict. The Sumerians, the hilly tribe from the north, were the first to arrive here. They used to worship their gods on top of the hills. After coming to the plains, built artificial hills and established their places of worship there. That is called as ziggurat. And they did not know how to build stairs and therefore surrounded them with sloping galleries. The Jews called these towers of Babel. The Locks of Hammurabi were followed by Babylonians. And the main source of Locks of Hammurabi are the rock edicts found in 1901. Today, this has been kept in the Louvre Museum of Paris. Hammurabi's law enforced the logic of an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. His laws were written in order to protect the rights of all the sections of Babylonian society, especially women and slaves. The Sumerians had entered Mesopotamia in 4000 BCE. Later, they were overpowered by the Akkadians, one of the tribes of the Arabian desert. They are known as Semites. After 1,000 years, these Akkadians came to be ruled over by the Amorites and another Semitic tribe. The most famous king of the Amorites was Hammurabi. He built a fabulous palace for himself in Babylonia. What do you mean by fabulous? Fabulous means very great. And Hammurabi framed the courts of justice and made Babylonia to be considered the best administered kingdom in the whole of the old world. Later, the Hittites who came occupied the valley and destroyed all that they could not carry away. These Hittites were defeated by the Assyrians, who were the followers of Asura, the desert god. The Assyrians occupied the whole of West Asia and Egypt till about 7th century. And also they have collected taxes from all the people of another Semitic tribe. The Chaldeans re-established Babylonia in the 7th century BCE. Nebuchadnezzar was the greatest king among them. The Chaldeans came under the attack of the Persians in the 6th century. After the rulers of the Romans, the Turks who followed Alexander. Next we are moving towards the learning of Chinese civilizations. The Chinese civilization was established on the banks of the river Huanghe. It was its own special features, but it was washed away by floods. After the floods, this river changed its course in an unpredictable manner and inundated houses and agriculture lands. It would render all the canals useless. This was the reason the people of that area referred to it as the Simple of Sorrow. According to archaeological evidences, the first ruling family of the Chinese civilization was the Shang dynasty. It ruled in the period between 18th century BCE to and 12th century BCE. Under the dawn of this dynasty, the people had developed a wonderful culture by 14th century BCE. The Shang dynasty was overpowered by the neighboring Zhou dynasty. The Zhou dynasty continued the good traditions of the Shang culture and ruled till 250 BCE. The Zhou dynasty's kings allotted portions of land to the officials. In return for that, the officials supported the king during battles. The people of Shang dynasty depended on agriculture. They had a well-organized system of irrigation. The Chinese used to make excellent pots and had learned to make various objects from porcelain. Chinese worship their ancestors. Chinese tradition of writing began with pictures and got transformed into an ideographic script. Chinese writers used to write on silk and bamboo slips. The construction of the Great Wall began in the 7th century BCE and continued till the 16th century. The worn-out part were repaired and strengthened. When the work was completed, it stretched to more than 5,000 kilometers. It is one of the seven wonders of the world. The Great Wall of China is one of the seven wonders of the world. Have you heard of porcelain? It is believed that porcelain originated in China. Semi-porcelain objects were in use from 1600 BCE. By the time of the reign of Han Dynasty, porcelain had been developed. It had developed into an exotic art. The ancient Chinese used to bury their dead along with the porcelain pots, animals, and objects loved most during their lives. And in the pictures, you can see what is porcelain. The Chinese used to wear thin cotton dresses. They used silk and engaged in silkworm rearing. Silk manufacturing was a prominent industry. Chinese also used to make excellent pots and had learned to make various objects from porcelain. By this, we are ending the lesson.